What's the latest on Stone Cold Steve Austin's WWE future after WrestleMania? We'll take a look at that. We'll also see what's going on with Paige's tease and why Batista is calling out a women's division tag team. Let's start things off with another update to Stone Cold Steve Austin's situation. Stone Cold is coming back to WWE at WrestleMania 38 for this confrontation with Kevin Owens. It will also be the first WWE appearance of his in front of fans since long before the pandemic era. But obviously, the advertising and promotion from WWE for this Steve Austin return is much different than his previous returns. It's almost as if WWE is promoting it like a comeback match for Steve Austin, as if he's really wrestling again. They're talking about how it's been nearly 20 years since he's been in the ring and all these other little things, which they never mentioned during his last few returns and WrestleMania appearances. So a lot of fans have definitely picked up on that. They're advertising it as if it was a match for Steve Austin. But at the same time, they're just calling it the KO show. But like Austin said himself in his response to Kevin Owens' challenge, he said that you can call it a match, a brawl, a fight, or all these other things. So it's interesting. They're definitely hyping it up, and everyone's expectation is that it will be more than just an ordinary talk show segment. Everyone always gets excited for Stone Cold Steve Austin returns, but this time around, fans are a little mixed because if it does turn out to be a little match, some fans are worried about how that may tarnish his retirement and his last match from nearly 2 decades ago. A lot of fans used the Shawn Michaels situation as a perfect example of that. Shawn had a great retirement match against The Undertaker, went out on top with one of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history, and everyone thought that match would be his last one that they'll remember. But as everyone knows, Shawn actually came out of retirement for the tag team match of DX versus the Brothers of Destruction at Crown Jewel. And as everyone knows, that match didn't really live up to Shawn's previous retirement match. So some fans are worried about that similar situation happening here with Steve Austin. Can he really go into the ring at age 57 and put on a show that will remind us of prime Stone Cold? Is that even possible given his knee injuries? If that's possible, if he's fully healthy and can do it, then everyone will definitely love to see it. Just looking at what Sting is doing over at AEW at age 62, he's still in a limited capacity, but even he is still launching himself through tables and competing. So that's why some fans are mixed on this Stone Cold return. They just want to make sure he's fully healthy and fully into it. Chris Jericho recently appeared on the Kurt Angle show and gave his thoughts on if he feels like Stone Cold Steve Austin can actually return to the ring for a full run. He had this to say, quote, "First of all, if Steve does come back, he's going to be so big and so jacked up. He's not going to come back and just be there wearing a shirt and shorts. He always told me, if I go back, I don't want to go back as anything less than before. And if I go back, there's going to be so much training going on that I don't want to come back just for one match. So maybe he wants to come back for 2 matches. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to come back at all. But if he does, who's he going to work?" End quote. So telling by Jericho's comments, Austin feels the same that the fans do. If he comes back, he doesn't want to be anything less than what he was before. And Jericho revealed that if Austin ever did train for a comeback, he would want more than just one match. So this WrestleMania KO show segment will probably show and tell us a lot. Will Austin get really physical during the segment? Will it give him a desire to fully make a comeback? That's all the questions that we have to wait on for now. Batista is receiving some mixed reactions from fans for the latest Instagram comment that he left under a WWE post. WWE had posted a clip of Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan's entrance that included Rhea's leg stomp and pyro. Batista left a comment on the clip that said, "Seems familiar somehow." Everyone assumes he's talking about Rhea's leg stomp and pyro. Majority of fans under Batista's comment responded by talking about how Rhea's pyro move was slightly different than his. Everyone knows about Batista's pyro during his entrance. His pyro became very iconic, but fans were a little mixed about him saying Rhea's pyro seems similar to his. As far as the latest update on the women's tag team division, not much has really changed. The division only had one team, which was currently champions. Up until a few weeks ago, where WWE slapped two new teams together out of nowhere. Those two teams being Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, as well as Sasha Banks and Naomi. Sasha Banks and Naomi was a great pairing, like we talked about when they first were randomly paired up. They bring star power to the depleted women's tag team division. Put the titles on Sasha and Naomi, and eyes will finally be on the women's tag team division. For Rhea Ripley and Liv, it's great to see if they win because it will be Liv Morgan's first piece of WWE gold. But for Rhea, it's weird because she just had this whole big breakup story just to randomly rejoin the tag team division with a new partner that was just thrown at her. And we've seen that happen before. It's just always weird to see. Rhea Ripley recently spoke with Under the Ring, and she talked about how the women's tag team titles deserve more respect from the fans, because she always sees everyone looking down at the titles on social media. And a majority of fans all had the same reaction and response for those comments from Rhea Ripley, which was, tell that to WWE, not the fans. The fan interest isn't there because WWE's interest in the women's tag team division isn't there. There's currently 3 teams in the women's tag team division, and 2 of those 3 were just randomly slapped together in the last few weeks. So until more care and effort goes into the women's tag team division from a booking point of view, the fans' relationship with the women's tag team titles won't really change. As far as everyone knows, Paige is under contract with WWE through the spring of 2022. Will Paige and WWE reach a new deal to get her back to the company after this spring? That's something we have to wait out on. But Paige recently tweeted out and teased another non-wrestling direction for her in WWE. After Paige posted a picture of her WrestleMania entrance from WrestleMania 31, a fan responded by questioning her if she would be open to managing Ronda Rousey. Paige responded by saying, "Female Paul Heyman, let's go." Paige was obviously joking there with that tweet, but it's an interesting concept. Paige is a gifted performer, both inside the ring and even in non-wrestling roles. Everyone saw the amazing work that she did as SmackDown GM, and even as a manager for Asuka and Kairi Sane there for a little while as well. So having a female Paul Heyman, like Paige said, honestly doesn't sound like a bad idea at all. Especially for someone as talented as Paige, who can no longer wrestle. At least being a big manager role keeps that individual on WWE television while also bringing up whatever talent they're managing. So it's definitely an option if WWE and Paige can agree on a new deal later this year. Would they consider bringing her back to television with a role like that? But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.